I, 28F, never thought I'd be writing one of these posts, but here I am. Buckle up, because this family drama is wilder than most reality TV shows. Some background. My mom passed away when I was 18, leaving me her house. It was the only thing of value she had to give me, and she wanted to make sure I would always have a roof over my head. The house is 100% in my name, mortgage paid off. Dad remarried a year later to Diane, 46F, who has a daughter, Brittany, 25F, from a previous marriage. After Mom died, Dad moved in with Diane almost immediately, leaving me alone in my house. Honestly, I was relieved. I had just started college, and I enjoyed the peace and quiet. Over the years, Dad became more and more distant. He'd call on birthdays and holidays, but that was it. Meanwhile, I finished college, got a good job, and maintained the house beautifully. Fast forward to last week. Dad, Diane, and Brittany showed up unannounced at my door. Brittany is visibly pregnant, about 7 months along. Dad looked uncomfortable as Diane started talking about how the family needed to make some changes. Brittany is having a baby and needs a stable home, Diane explained. Your house has 3 bedrooms, and you're just one person. It makes sense for you to move out and let Brittany and her boyfriend move in. I was stunned. Move out of my house. The house that Mom left to me. Dad finally spoke up. Honey, it's just temporary. You can stay with us for a while. Brittany needs the space more than you do. I laughed in disbelief. Dad, I haven't heard from you in months, and now you want me to give up my house to your stepdaughter? Absolutely not. Diane's face turned red. This is what family does. We help each other. You're being selfish. That baby needs a proper home. Then maybe Brittany should find one, I replied. This is my home. Brittany started crying dramatically. I can't believe you're doing this to my baby. Your own niece or nephew. Step-niece or nephew. I corrected her. And I'm not doing anything to anyone. I'm simply not giving away my house. Dad looked disappointed. Your mother would have wanted you to help family. That's when I lost it. Don't you dare bring Mom into this. She left me this house specifically so I would always have a home, not so I could give it away to people who never even knew her. They left in a huff, but the drama was just beginning. The next day, my phone blew up with texts from family members I barely speak to, claiming I was being heartless and selfish. Apparently, Diane had gone on a social media rampage, posting a tearful Brittany posing with her baby bump, saying they were about to be homeless because I refused to help family in need. Dad even called, saying I was tearing the family apart and that I needed to think about someone other than myself for once. I blocked them all and tried to focus on work, but then it escalated. 2 days later, I came home from work to find Dad and Diane in my driveway with a moving truck. Yes, you read that right. A moving truck. What the hell is going on? I demanded, blocking their access to my front door. Dad looked sheepish, but Diane stepped forward confidently. We're here to help you pack. We found you a nice little apartment downtown. It's perfect for a single woman. I was speechless. They had actually gone apartment hunting for me without my knowledge or consent. Get off my property right now, I said, my voice shaking with rage. Or I'm calling the police. Don't be dramatic, Diane scoffed. We're family. We're just helping you transition. Brittany needs to move in by the weekend. The stress isn't good for the baby. That's not my problem, I replied. This is my house. I never agreed to this insane plan. Dad finally spoke up. Honey, be reasonable. It's just a house. Brittany is family. A family that has never once invited me to holidays, birthdays, or even checked on me after Mom died. I pointed out. And now you want my house? Get out. They refused to leave, so I went inside, locked the door, and actually called the police. When the officers arrived, Diane tried to play the victim, crying about her pregnant daughter needing a home. But when the officers confirmed the house was solely in my name, they told my family they needed to leave immediately. As they were leaving, Diane hissed, "This isn't over. No one treats my daughter this way." I thought that would be the end of it, but I was wrong. The next morning, I woke up to find my mailbox smashed, my car keyed, and selfish bitch spray painted on my garage door. I immediately installed security cameras and filed a police report. I couldn't prove who did it, but it wasn't hard to guess. The harassment continued. Anonymous packages were delivered to my work with baby clothes and notes saying, "Think of your homeless niece/nephew." My coworkers started giving me strange looks, clearly having heard some version of the story. The final straw came when I received a certified letter from a lawyer. Apparently, Diane and my father were attempting to challenge my ownership of the house, claiming that my mother was not of sound mind when she wrote her will and that the house should have gone to my father instead. I was beyond furious. I immediately contacted my own lawyer, who assured me their case had no merit. My mother's will was properly executed, witnessed, and notarized. She was completely lucid when she made it. and she clearly intended for the house to go to me. Still, I had to deal with this nonsense, which meant legal fees and stress I didn't need. My lawyer suggested we counterfile for harassment and send a cease and desist letter. We also began gathering evidence of the vandalism and harassment. 2 days later, I got a tearful call from Brittany. Plot twist. She said she had no idea what her mother and my dad were doing. According to her, she and her boyfriend had already signed a lease for an apartment near his parents, who were excited about helping with the baby. She claimed Diane was the one who cooked up this whole scheme because she'd always been jealous of your mom's nice house. I never asked for your house, Brittany sobbed. Mom just told me you offered it because you felt sorry for me. Then when you changed your mind, she said we had to fight for it. I didn't know whether to believe her or not, but it honestly didn't matter. My house wasn't up for grabs regardless of whose idea it was. I decided to end this once and for all. I invited my dad to meet me for coffee, alone. When he arrived, looking tired and stressed, I laid out everything clearly. Dad, I have the deed. The will is ironclad, and I've documented all the harassment. If this continues, I'll have no choice but to get a restraining order against all of you. Is that really what you want? He deflated like a balloon. No, of course not. Then it stops now, I said firmly. The house is mine. End of discussion. Dad looked genuinely ashamed. I'm sorry. Diane can be persuasive. And I guess I felt guilty about not being there for you after your mom died. Somehow helping Brittany seemed like making amends. That makes no sense, I told him. If you want to make amends, start by respecting my boundaries and my property. He nodded and promised to handle Diane. The legal challenge was dropped the next day. I haven't heard from any of them since, and honestly, I'm fine with that. My security cameras stay on, just in case. My mom knew what she was doing when she left me this house. She wanted me to have security and independence, especially from people who would try to take advantage of me. I think she'd be proud of how I handled this whole mess.